So I thought today we could go ahead and predict how well the Tennessee Titans would do after signing DeAndre Hopkins. Obviously, they signed him a couple days ago. So how well will they end up performing this season? And keep in mind, I don't like the Titans. I'm not a Titans fan. Nonetheless, though, let's start off the season. Tennessee plays the Saints. Ooh, yeah. Yeah, listen. I think DeAndre Hopkins will have a 1,000-yard season. I think it'll be pretty productive. Starting off with a Saints game, not going to be the easiest. But I think they can get the job done week 1. I'm going to say right now. They can beat Derek Carr. Week 2, they host Justin Herbert and the LA Chargers. I could see them beating the Chargers. The Chargers are a weird team because the only reason I say why they're a weird team is because I don't know what I'm going to get out of them. And this game could be a really back and forth game. Like, this is a game that I could see being 35-28. And you might be like, how are they going to score 35 points in this game? That's how this game could go. It's a weird game. Because both these teams, in all honesty, both these teams could be playoff teams, right? So it's kind of like that dynamic of you never know what's going to happen. Week 3, they play the Browns. Give me the Browns to win that game in Cleveland. Week 4, the Bengals. Yeah, I know we're going to take care of business. I'm sorry, Titans fans. But week 5, they do play the Colts. And here's where I think the Colts will struggle early, but maybe with Anthony Richardson start doing good later on. So give me the Titans here to get a W. Week 6, they go to London to play the Baltimore Ravens. Give me the Ravens in this game. Week 8, they host the Atlanta Falcons. Give me the Atlanta Falcons in this game. Week 9, they play the Pittsburgh Steelers. I'll take the Tennessee Titans in that game. It could go either way in all honesty, but keep in mind they are coming off a bye week in week 7, so they're going to be freshly ready to go for both these games. I think they'll beat the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They're going to lose to Jacksonville in Jacksonville, beat the Carolina Panthers. I think they season sweep the Indianapolis Colts as they are playing at home here, and I think, especially as you get later in the season, Richardson's going to do good, but he's going to struggle somewhat. Miami Dolphins, give me the Dolphins. Give me the Titans to beat the Texans. Now on their home stretch here, currently 9-5. They need to continue to win. And it's going to come down to these last 3 games. I think they beat Seattle in Tennessee. Okay, so now they're 10-5. They're still technically could be a playoff team here, okay? But then they fall victim to the Texans playing them in Houston. This game, 17-14. Final score. This is going to come down to the final game of the season. 10-6 right now. Jaguars also might be very similar, 10-6. This game's going to be for the division. This game's going to decide who gets the AFC South. It's in Tennessee, and I think this is going to be one of those games that gets moved to the night game, so it's like a Sunday Night Football, the last game of the season. Everyone's prepared, everyone's ready. Is it Trevor Lawrence, or is it Ryan Tannehill, Malik Willis, or Will Levis? I'll be honest with you, I'm gonna give the slight edge on Tennessee here. And I think they do take the NFC South. Which again, like I said, I did trash them in my video when I talked about the whole, DeAndre Hopkins signing. I did trash them. And I'll be honest, I'm still going to trash them. I don't think that they get far in the playoffs. I never said in that video they want a playoff team, but I did say that if, DeAndre wants to go win a Super Bowl, don't go to Tennessee. Go to the Chiefs or the Bills, because those are directly 2 teams that could go win a Super Bowl this year. 1000%. I think the Bengals do it, but you know what? It's very possible those teams can win a Super Bowl too. Tennessee is a couple years out, maybe 1 or 2 years. If they can figure out the quarterback position, right, they can be a great team. They got the receiver now because before DeAndre Hopkins, wow, that was going to be an interesting situation. By the way, I have them finishing 11-6. But before DeAndre Hopkins, that was going to be an interesting situation watching them, try to put out that receiving core. Derrick Henry was going to have to be freaking everything. But, again, now that they have an actual receiver who probably will get 1,000 yards, with this schedule, they could definitely make the playoffs and win the NFC South or AFC South. But again, it really also comes down to how good Jacksonville plays, because it's very possible that Jacksonville has even more of a phenomenal season and they go 12-5, and now Jacksonville takes the AFC South over the Tennessee Titans. Again, at the end of the day, I think this team, if they lose this last game of the season and they go 10-7, I think they're going to either be, as I said in my video before, the AFC South champion or a very fringe, almost out of the playoff team. In my personal opinion, I think everyone in the AFC North, Ravens, Steelers, Browns, and Bengals, will make the playoffs. If everyone in the AFC North makes the playoffs, guess what? 10-7, if the Steelers and the Browns have a better record or equal record to 10-7, and they beat Tennessee head to head. Let's say they win this game, like for example, right here. Let's say, I'm gonna give the Tennessee Titans. Let's say they beat Jacksonville twice, right? Let's hypothetically, right? If they were to lose to the Steelers, and now you're going to the playoffs 10-7, well, you lost to the Ravens head-to-head, you lost to the Browns head-to-head, and you lost to the Steelers head-to-head. So you're going to get knocked out of the playoffs. So that's what I'm saying when it comes to they could miss the playoffs and they might not be a playoff team, is if everything perfectly lined up like that. But again, I think 10-7, my personal opinion is, like, the highest I think they go is 11-6. And I think that comes down to everything works out with the quarterback. DeAndre Hopkins really has a great season, because it's very possible that they end up losing, this last game of the season to Jacksonville, and they lose this game to Jacksonville. I don't think they're going to get season swept by Jacksonville, but it's possible. 9-8 is my bottom. 11-6 is my top. Again, listen, I don't like the Titans, so I'm never going to be positive about the team, but it is what it is. Tell me down below your thoughts and opinions. AJ Brown was a stupid trade they made.